Hello students, today we are going to discuss applied maxima and minima problem. So let us start with first question. Find two positive numbers whose sum is 16 and sum of whose cubes is minimum. Now here always remember that in applied maxima minimum problem or word problems, two quantities are given. One is fixed and second is the quantity which we have to prove which we have to maximize or minimize. It depends upon the question. So here fixed quantity is sum, which is 16, and the quantity which have to minimize is sum of cubes. So we have to target these two quantities always. So let us start. Let x be a positive number and 16 minus x be another positive number. Now here 16 minus x, why I could have written? Because sum was given to be 16. So that is why. So let s denote the required sum. So s is x cube plus 16 minus x whole cube. Now let us take different derivative. So this is 3x square plus 3 into 16 minus x whole square into minus 1, which is chain rule. Now for maxima and minima, put ds upon dx is equal to 0. So that means we will put the derivative equals to 0. From here we can get x is equal to 8. So first number is 8 and second number is 16 minus 8, which is 8. But one thing which is very important, that we have to check whether this is the point of maxima or minima or not. For this I am applying second derivative test. What we will do, first derivative is 3x square minus 3 into 16 minus x whole square. So double derivative is 6x minus 6 into 16 minus x into minus 1 due to chain rule. So which is 6x plus 6 into 16, 96x, sorry 96 plus so this is plus 96 minus 6x, so that it is 96. So which is positive. Now students, there is no x, so that I can put critical point here. So then what we will do, we will write double derivative is greater than 0 for all x. That means whatever the critical point we have got, which is x is equal to 10, that will be treated as point of minima, because double derivative is positive. Double derivative is positive. So that is why we can say that yes, it is point of minima. So these are two numbers. Now next, find two numbers whose sum is 24 and product is as large as possible. Again it is a similar question. Let first number be x, second number be 24 minus x. Again one quantity was fixed, that is sum, and second is product, which we have to maximize. So let p be the symbol for that. P is equal to x into 24 minus x. Now open the bracket, take the derivative, it is 24 minus 2x. So when we will put this derivative 0, x is coming out to be 12. Now when we take double derivative, so it becomes minus 2, so which is clearly negative for all x, because there is no x. That means x is equal to 12. Point is point of maxima. Now first number is 12 and second number is 24 minus 12, which is 12 again. Now let us pick next question. Now this is different one from mensuration. Show that area of rectangle of given perimeter is maximum when the rectangle is square. Now students, again we have to be very careful. What is given here? Perimeter. This is fixed. What we have to maximize? Area. And also we have to prove something else, that rectangle is square. So don't take tension about this extra activity. This we will see later on in the question, but first we will target on what is fixed and what we have to maximize or minimize. Okay, So let us start. Let x and y be the length and breadth respectively. Let p be the perimeter. So p is equal to 2x plus 2y. So that y is equal to half of p minus 2x. Now area is equal to xy. So I am putting the value of y here. Remember p is constant. So it is x into half of p minus 2x. So that x can be multiplied in the bracket. Now we can take derivative dA by dx, which is simply p and minus 4x. Now put dA by dx is equal to 0, so that this is 0 and x is p by 4. Now next is double derivative. So it is again very easy. Derivative of p is 0 and minus 4x is minus 4. So overall minus 2. Again there is no x. That means we can write this is negative for all x. That means x is equal to p by 4 is point of maxima. This is done. Now for the next part of the question, let us find y. Y we have written by equation number 1 this. So let us put x here. So it becomes half into p minus 2 times p by 4, or after simplification it is p by 4. That means length is equal to breadth. So that means rectangle is square because length is equal to breadth. Next question is again very interesting. This question has been asked in board exam. The question is two sides of a triangle are given. Find the angle between them so that area is maximum. So what is given here? Two sides. What we have to maximize? Area. Again our two targets are very clear. So diagram we can draw like two sides and they are having theta angle. So let A and B be the length of two sides of triangle and let capital A be the area. So the formula of area of triangle is half AB sine theta. And when this theta is 90 degrees, so sine theta becomes 1, then it is converted into half into base into height, which we have done in our earlier classes of school life. So this half into base into height is derived from this expression. So now, so derivative is half AB cos theta, because theta is the only variable, so we are differentiating with respect to theta, rest is constant. Put derivative is equal to 0. From here cos theta 0 or theta is pi by 2. Now let us differentiate again. So it is minus half AB sine theta, because derivative of cos is minus sine. Now this is the first question of today's lecture, that we are having theta also in the second derivative. That means we will write like this: double derivative when theta is equal to pi by 2. So sine 90 is 1. So it is minus half AB. So clearly theta is equal to 92 pi by 2. Sorry, theta is equal to pi by 2 is the point where point of maxima. So hence it is proved that theta is equal to pi by 2 is a point of maxima. Now next question: show that the right circular cylinder of given surface and maximum volume is such that height is equal to diameter of base. Now what is given? Surface. Surface means surface area, and if nothing is mentioned then we will take total surface area. What we have to maximize? Volume. And we have to prove again some additional thing. This we will see later on. So let us start with our basic method. Let r be the radius and h be the height, so that total surface area is 2 pi r into r plus h. After opening the bracket, this. Remember s is constant, so I will take the benefit of s. I will convert either r or h in terms of other variable. So as h is present only once, so this is better to have value of h in terms of r. So we have done this. Now let us pick the volume which we have to maximize, which is pi r square h. So put the value of h here, do the necessary simplification, cancellation, and we are left with sr minus 2 pi r cube. Sorry, it is s by 2, sr by 2. So it is sr by 2 Now so if we take, so the derivative, the function is SR by 2 minus pi r cube. So after differentiation you can see it becomes s by 2 minus 3 pi r square. So now for maximum minimum put dv upon dr is equal to 0. So it is s by 2 minus 3 pi r square, or s is equal to 6 pi r square, or r is equal to s upon 6 pi under root. We have to remember this value also. We will take this later on. Now take the double derivative. So it's very simple. We can see s by 2 is constant, becomes 0, and it is minus 6 pi r. So now we are putting r as s upon 6 pi under root. Now students, here we should not waste our energy to calculate this thing. Our main target is we have to show that it is negative, and it is coming out to be negative. So that's it. Double derivative is negative, so that is why it is point of maxima. R is equal to s upon 6 pi under root. Now to prove the later part, that height is equal to diameter, so let us pick the equation where we have represented h. So this is the equation. So I am putting here s as 6 pi r square from this equation. So I am putting here 6 pi r square minus 2 pi r square upon 2 pi r, which is, after simplification we are getting h is equal to 2r. So hence height is equal to diameter of the base. So that's it. That's all for today. Thank you. Take care. Have a nice day.